Okay, so quite a lot of questions on that list. This is don't watch this while you're eating.
Yeah, this is a spoiler alert almost, because you could spoil your food or your appetite or something.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about poo, and we're going to talk about dogs eating poo.
Yeah.
I know, horrible thought to us. But remember that dogs are scavengers. Dogs existed to scavenge. That's what their purpose was. Not wolves, because dogs are not wolves. Wolves hunt.
Yeah.
Wolves hunt for prey. Dogs don't. They scavenge. They look around for food debris and other bits that have been left around by other people and other things and life generally, and eat it. That's why they'll pick up more or less anything and try and eat it. I'll give them half a chance. But yeah, eating poo is not very pleasant. No.
It's a bit stinky. Yeah.
Why do dogs eat poo then? Well, one of the reasons is that, just as with us, and we've all seen the sweet corn, but
don't say you haven't,
because you will. Try it. Foods don't always get fully digested.
Yeah.
So poo does contain nutrient. It does contain food.
There's still some food left over in there.
There is food value in poo.
Right.
I'm not suggesting we'll go around eating poo. No. But the poorer types of food, if they contain a lot of not very digestible fibre, because it's fairly poor quality food,
Strong preservatives.
there's even more stuff comes through in the poo.
Right.
So if you're feeding your dog a fairly poor quality of food, we probably get lynched for mentioning different types.
Different names, yeah.
Cheaper foods tend to be poor foods. Always spend as much as you can possibly afford on your dog's dog food so that it's a good quality of food. Think Haribo versus fillet steak. So the Haribo end of the dog food market tends to produce poo that A, is slightly more bulky, tends to smell more offensive, but it has quite a lot of undigested food in it.
Yeah.
So one of the things you can do if your dog is eating its own poo is try changing the food, especially if the poo's not a good poo. Just about poo.
Mr. Whippy type.
Yeah, we don't want Mr. Whippy
No.
poo.
And you see that
Poo.
red colour quite often?
Yeah.
Okay,
That
I think
colour
we all know whose food that is.
Yeah. Don't use that one.
No.
Yeah. Poo should be, most healthy dogs will poo probably once or twice a day. It should be firm, it should be well formed, therefore easy to pick up. That's what I like about poo.
Yep.
I like it to be easy to pick
Yeah.
up. If your dog's poo is loose and sloppy and slimy and very bulky, and perhaps they poo say 3 or 4 times a day, that food probably isn't the best food for your dog.
No.
So a good way to measure whether your food's good is how often your dog poos. So what can we do about dogs eating poo? Because unfortunately, despite the fact that everybody should carry bags and pick up their dog's poo, they don't.
I was about to swear there.
Right. I know. Don't even get me started. I have been known to run across Donegal Commons after somebody waving a bag.
Been there, done that.
Would you like to go and pick up the dog's poo?
I said, oh, did you forget a bag? Here you go.
Yes, absolutely. So don't ever not pick up your dog's poo near us, because we will be chasing you. So yeah, obviously you should pick up your dog's poo, and then this problem will be solved. And one of the ways to solve your problem if your dog is eating its own poo is simply pick it up as soon as the dog does it.
Straight away.
You can actually be there. You know your dog's doing it, so be ready. You can see, you've got time.
Your dog's on the lead.
My dog's starting to poo, I'll get my bag out and I can immediately pick it up. And obviously that's going to stop them eating it, because it's not going to be there for them to eat. Eating other dogs' poo, teach a good leave it. So that as the dog, if you see your dog approaching poo or sniffing poo, leave it. Remember that. We'll go through that in a different one of these training tips, but that basically is teaching your dog you can't have that thing.
Yep.
So leave the poo alone. So teach your dog to leave things alone when you tell it. That's another good reason. And try and avoid the places where there's a lot of poo. That's a simple thing too.
Yeah.
There are a few odd things that people can try, and this has been known to work with some dogs. You can add pineapple juice to your own dog's food, and then if it comes out in the poo, they tend not to eat it so much.
Because it's too bitter,
I don't know.
Something about the process
Something
of going
about
through the digestive system that then changes
it. Obviously has some sort of effect and smell or taste or something that puts dogs off eating it. I don't know, never tried it.
Anecdotal?
It's an anecdotal one. I don't know of any studies that have shown it works. But there are things you can add to dogs' food to change their poo. But why? When you can just go out and pick it up.
Pick it up straight away.
And obviously feeding your dog pineapple juice isn't going to stop it eating other dogs' poo.
Exactly.
So I don't know. Up to you if you want to try these things. Personally, I wouldn't. I'd just be making sure I kept the area clean so the dog didn't have a chance. So good quality food, Pick up poo.
And a
Solve
good
the problem. And a good leave. Thank you. 3 things.
Oh, 4 things! And now for something completely different.